Walk behind Cedar, giant cultivator. We got it last week for €1,000. I made the introduction video for you. I just finished doing some tests. It didn't go well. I'm telling you right away, but I want to tell you everything from the beginning, showing you exactly what happened. Hello to all the farmers. I hope you're all well. In the cedar, we already have agretti seeds, and later we'll plant spinach. Today we have about 600 square meters to sow. Something like that. Let's see how we do. I'd say let's get started right away. For more than 10 years, I've been telling you about agriculture, working in the garden, and testing both new and old machines, sometimes even unknown ones. That's why I'm asking you a simple favor. Subscribe to the channel. I know many of you have been subscribed to the channel for several years. Unfortunately, what you're telling me is happening is that you're no longer receiving notifications from YouTube, or YouTube unsubscribes you from the channel, or it just doesn't send you notifications anymore. That's why I'm asking you, just take a second to check if you're subscribed to the channel. If not, please subscribe, and most importantly, select all in the notifications so you can stay updated. Especially for all the episodes of the series we're making. For example, there will be several episodes about this machine, so you can watch them from the first to the last. Centero will be thrilled when I manage to turn it on. Let's bring it forward. And so far, so good. Now I would start with the spinach. Let's bring in ½ a kilo. If we waste a bit, it's fine. By the way, spinach should be the cheapest one. The first thing we need to do is figure out the size. That's it. See, it's right. We could use this one too, but it's small. He put it in the slightly bigger one. It's already set right. Then, for those who do this for a living, guys, it's simple. Now, let's start with 200 grams. Let's see how it behaves afterwards, and then we'll talk about it. Stop. So the nice thing is that it's picking them all up, okay? The stupid thing is that it didn't let it go down. If you ask me, are you aware of what you're doing? No. No. Let's take a second because I'm here at the vineyard. Come on, I'm doing an inspection. I haven't shown you the steps. We've tied everything up and I'd say we're ready to start the first spray applications, but since we're here, I'll tell you about the new clothing I'm using this year. Especially for this season, I'm using 3. Let's say different jackets, although it's wrong to call them just jackets, but I'll show them to you and tell you exactly where I'm using them and of course what I'm using them for. Now 3 might seem like a lot to you, but let me remind you that with the weather we have, it takes nothing to get sick, so you always have to be covered. Of course, because look, in a couple of seconds it's going to start raining. Anyway, let's talk about Rossini clothing. The Flex Pack is the ultralight jacket, windproof, rainproof. It protects you without being heavy or bulky, and above all, it takes up very little space. You always keep this one on the tractor or in the car, in its little pouch. But if you need something a bit more protective, there's Protex. It has a more structured fabric, laminated in 3 layers, so you can already feel it's sturdier when you wear it, and it's made as a shell to protect you better when the weather is more unpredictable. And then there's the Reynolds soft shell. For me, it's the most comfortable, especially on these spring days, because it protects me from water and wind, but it's still breathable, so when you're constantly on the move, it really works very well. This model also has hanger-ready packaging, so it's very easy to hang. I'm talking to you about clothing and Rossini because they make technical garments. Sometimes we end up spending a lot of money to go skiing just to have a technical garment that we might only use for a few hours a year. Instead, when we work, many times we don't worry about how we dress. I always recommend dressing according to the season so you can work comfortably, but above all, safely. I'll leave the link in the description below. So I saw them, but you can still see them. Come here, you see there are the seeds. Do you see them? So the seeds have been buried, meaning they've gone down. The doubt I have is this. Let's go over there. I'll explain it to you better. The soil is a bit coarse, so I'm worried. I noticed that even by raising the front roller more, the furrow openers where the seed drops didn't really create precise rows. It's also true that, take it with a grain of salt, they told me the seed needs to stay fairly close to the surface and has to find the compacted soil. Gian Pietro told me this. I mean, when you sow, then you go and roll the soil, which is a bit of a paradox because you think, what the heck? They always told me not to compact the soil? Rolling is done because if the seed finds soft soil underneath, it starts to sprout roots and they go down, 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 until it finds something hard. But if the seed finds something hard, it starts to push up the leaf. That's why we even find sprouted seeds on concrete. When you see the fields being rolled, that's the reason, and here the roller is nice and heavy. Now what I would do is take out the little knife and let's go see if there are seeds. Let's go take a look. Here they are, come here, come here, come here. So you see the seed is there, here it is, this one and this one. It's a bit shallow, guys, just so you know. It took me about 3 minutes from the water, you saw it too, and I went really slowly. If this thing works for my farm, it would be a game changer. Just think about it. All the salad greens we've never grown, the onions, the chard, the beets, now I'm planting spinach, agretti, I mean, it becomes amazing. I can do pretty fast cycles with a good tool, and the problem with sowing is that if you broadcast it, you waste seed, but seeds cost this much. Here, I've already done it. It's all rotary harrowed. But you see, the soil is hard. I need to find a way. One of the ways that usually with this kind of soil, it gets well refined, but I don't want to overdo it. These are rotary harrows that don't run at 540 with the PTO, but at 1000 RPM, so I don't know about this. Here's another video. Here's something else. I'm walking around a bit drunk. I did pretty well, but not great on that. Let's go see how much seed went down then. The vibration, thank God, manages to balance everything out a bit. Keep in mind, I had put in 200 grams, I think, 200 grams. Let's do 2 40-meter rows, 80 meters total. I'm licking my fingers, Let's see, let's see. Earlier you saw me using the levers here, this one and this one, so I put an iron bar, this one like this, to block the movement. On top of that, to make an adjustment, I break one wheel or the other so it corrects itself slightly. I don't know if it's the right method, but that's what I do. Brake. The brake? No, I absolutely didn't like this one. So, I'll tell you what happens. Here I was able to go pretty well because I didn't find the ruts, you see. Before, the dirt was probably finer, and so I was able to stay on top. And if you look, the work is better. My differential lock doesn't work. I swear I can't figure out why. I mean, it should be engaged like this and in neutral like this, but I can't figure out why the differential lock isn't working. So, when too much dirt builds up in the roller behind the machine, it slips. If it slips, it skids. But why does only one wheel slip? I think it's because there's too much weight, which is me on top. Also, there was a lack of seed. It didn't spread it very well this time. There's no point in me saying everything always goes well or is fine, I swear. I can't really figure out how this differential lock works. It seems kind of dumb to me. So if it's engaged, but I still have some room here to go up. No, even when it's all the way up, come and see, come here and I'll show you. So the knob here shows me in, which should be neutral, and like this I should have the differential lock. In fact, the lever here goes up and down. But I can't understand why Casatoni doesn't, or maybe I need to go at a slightly higher speed and so it doesn't jam when going a bit faster. I lose a bit more control. I went way too crooked. Just look at this mess. This here is a flaw, and also look down here. Now I put an iron bar to block it because otherwise this thing moves like this. Otherwise it goes all over the place. I need to block it because I don't like it this way. It works better when fixed. I'll try a few more times. Okay, so, like with everything, having some instructions, someone ahead of you who can tell you about it, wouldn't be bad. Now I'll tell you a bit about the pros and cons, opinions, what worked, what didn't. Give me a second to get there. I didn't prepare the soil properly, it was too coarse. You can also see I'm using a rotary harrow that's too narrow. The dips that were there didn't allow the walk behind cultivator to work properly, so it would slip. In short, it didn't go very well, but that's okay. It was the first time I did it. It happens. Second differential lock. I still haven't figured out how the hell it works. In my opinion, this differential lock probably needs to be disengaged because it doesn't work. That's another thing. I probably weigh a bit too much. Maybe some more weight needs to be added in the front, but I don't know. Another thing, I also noticed some diesel leaks. The little tube here is broken, so it needs to be repaired too, cut and fixed. Another thing, the fact that it moves like this, personally I don't like it. I should put something inside that block. Now I use this because it was what I had in the field. But it needs to be fixed because if it's nice and flat I can handle it. If it's not flat I struggle. Another thing, the bounce it made from the ground didn't thrill me. Maybe I was wrong. I ran the machine without seed. I mean with seed inside, but stopping to firm the soil back down. And I hope I didn't mess up. Another thing, I go crooked like I don't know what. I mean, damn, I look drunk when I'm going around. Having said all this, all the flaws, everything sucks. I went to sow. I hope it goes well. We'll see. When they sprout, though, it's very efficient. I mean, you have to get the hang of it. Let's get back to it. No washing, because it's a bit warm. Like all machines, you have to know how to use them, set them up, understand the power they have, how they move. I'm sure I didn't set it up the right way. Are they too sparse or too close together? I can't really say, but I'm happy with it. 1,000 euros is just fine. Anyway, the job is done here. A mechanical seeder, it's like if I did it by hand. Hi, so my land is super clay, so you sow here, you sow everywhere. What do you think? Am I just kidding myself? Do you have any advice for me? What did you think? Gentlemen, I also showed you the reality. I ran into some difficulties, but at certain moments it went well. Another thing that's not right, look, there's no seed collection slot. I mean, there's no little collection hole. That being said, the work seems to have gone pretty well. I need to know, above all, besides your opinion, 2 questions for you. First, do you like these videos where I pay out of my own pocket? I always try to look for new machines, ones you don't usually see around because it's hard to find these on the market. And we try to do some experiments in the field together. Second question, do you know more about it? Do you know this demo? Do you have a manual? It's from Campo San Pietro, well actually from Padua. If you know how to use them, they're also used a lot in greenhouses. Give me some advice, write it down here in the comments. This is Matt the Farmer. See you in the next video. Bye everyone.